I was a showgirl from the late 50s through the 60s to the beginning of the 70s, and then I got a little too old, so I went to go work over at Sayers' Palace, as I like to call it, as a cocktail waitress at Cleopatra's Barge, and I just basically retired. So now, delicious Miss Carlotta Wellington lives with all of her gal pals over at the Las Vegas Showgirls Retirement Community for Retired Showgirls of Las Vegas. I should tell you about the one time Bob Hope had flown me to Los Angeles for one of his famous orgies. And what he would have me do is he'd have me go outside to the pool area and lay down completely nude on one of the pool chairs. He and Sammy Davis Jr., who else? Well, they'd come over and jerk off on me, and I had a chrysanthemum over my pudenda because I like to keep her smelling fresh. And while that was happening, Lucille Ball was in the corner getting donkey punched, but that's neither here nor there. So there I was at Circus with Engelbert Humperdinck, and he was teabagging me while Joanne Worley was going down on my pudenda. I hate it when I get lipstick on this thing. I one time was propositioned by B. Arthur to have sex. Now, her penis was about this big at least. Did I ever tell you about the time I had sex with the Jackson 5? Well, their father, Joe, who was a real bastard, he hired me, he asked me, politely with some money, if I would have sex with Jackson 5, and I did 4 out of 5 of them. I didn't sleep with Michael because he was just too, you know, gay. Let me tell you something. Tito is hung like a donkey. Who's the one with the one ball with the bicycle guy? Lance Armstrong. He and his friend Matthew McConaughey, who I think is a real homosexual because, well, we had this three-way. Matthew McConaughey didn't do anything but watch the Uniball and me have sex, and he was stroking his penis the whole time, but he seemed to be staring at the Uniball, which I thought was, you know. I had sex with Kurt Cobain one time. It was a terrible, terrible experience. Because his crazy wife was there, and she actually came out with a strap on and decided she was going to have sex with me, and he was just going to mope in the corner, which I guess is what he did. So the experience wasn't too good because she had me call her Kurt. I saw the video of Paris Hilton when she was having sex with that green face of hers, and I thought, who the hell wants to have sex with someone who's green? Who's her family? What family did she come from? Ramadas? Hilton Hotels? Oh, she's not related to those people. They're too classy. Oh, I had sex with Rip Taylor, which is a terrible, terrible idea. He's gay. Just as he was going to ejaculate, apparently he reached over and grabbed a whole bunch of confetti and threw it in my face when he was coming. Well, I got in my eye and I fell off the bed and I broke my hip. It was a terrible experience. That'll teach me to have sex with Rip Taylor, I tell you what. Sammy Davis Jr. came in one night, and I decided I was going to have sex with Sammy Davis Jr. for the first time. He didn't ask me, I asked him. Well, he is such a twisted mother that he asked me if I wouldn't mind putting his glass eye in my mouth while he did me from behind. Well, I was just so offended, I nearly dropped it, and it would have shattered, and he didn't have a patch to go with, so he wouldn't have been very upset with me, but I'm sorry, I'm a little tipsy. The other three-way I had was with Ethel Merman and Nipsey Russell. And Ethel Merman, as you can imagine, was very loud. I had to put a sock in her mouth, Nipsey's sock, and he's got very stinky feet, so it didn't make her any happier. She just got a little bit louder. Speaking of classy, I one time had sex with Frank Sinatra, just once, and he was a very nice gentleman. He asked me if he could ejaculate on my face before he did, which I find very classy. So cheers to you, Frank Sinatra.